I'm Shari Fredrickson, and today we're going to do a short practice on stability and balance. So it may be challenging for some or really easy for others, but make sure that as we do balance pose, if you need to use a prop, a chair or a couch or a table or a wall, go ahead and do that. And while we develop the muscle memory to stand strong in balance, no matter what the circumstances. So let's actually start on the ground in table pose. And the thing about balance is if you're centered, it's so much easier to balance. So we'll center through the abdomen right now, just breathing. As you exhale, round the back and pull your tummy in. And as you inhale, release the tummy, stretching it. So you exhale, work with the breath. That always helps with balance. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, engage. Do this once or twice more and really find your navel area, drawing from the sides, drawing from the sternum, from the pubic area, all the way up to the navel area. So you're really drawing in there. That is your center hub. That's your pranic hub. And then come back to neutral. And now we'll use the same movement, but as you inhale, reach out with your right leg and your left arm. And as you exhale, draw everything in. Same as before. Inhale, expand. Exhale, engage. And do that about half a dozen times, really working with expanding away from the abdomen and then contracting deeply into the abdominal area. And once you've done half a dozen times on one side, stop for a breath or two. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, stretching the abdomen. Remembering that's your center, and you expand out of that center, out of that pranic hub. So when you're ready, inhale, expand, exhale, engage strongly. Same number on this side. So if you did half a dozen, do that many on this side, really working with the breath. So then once more, as you exhale, draw up and in. And as you inhale, stretch. And then come back to neutral. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes under, and move into downward facing dog. Take a moment here, relax your shoulders and your head. Keep breathing into your abdomen. And then walk your feet forward and come up to standing. So just as we centered ourselves in the abdomen just then, we're going to now move our awareness in from the outer edges of the legs to the inner thighs, those inner thigh muscles, the adductors. So if you have a blanket you can roll up or a pillow or a block, use it between your thighs. If you don't have anything, that's okay. Engage the inner thighs. And as you engage them, draw the pelvic floor up and in. The pelvic floor gives us stability. So we want to start working with that. So drawing up and in, bend the knees as you exhale. And as you inhale, straighten the legs. And do that a few times. This gives us stability. So you were sitting down. I remember when I first learned this many years ago, it was called the sitting on nothing pose. So you sit, you sit, you sit. You can bring your arms in front, up overhead, out to the side, or keep them on your pelvis, whichever works best for you. And then when you inhale, come up. And once again, as you exhale, sit. If you bring your arms up over your head, it strengthens your back as well. So do what's right for you. On the inhale, come up, set the block aside. Now that you've engaged those inner thighs, you've awakened them, separate your legs just a little bit wider than your shoulders. Bend the knees, rest forward. As you exhale, engage the inner thighs, lift the pelvic floor, draw the tummy in just like you did when you were on all fours. As you inhale, release. Do this a few times. Again, this awakens more deeply that center, that stability at the root, the center at the pelvis. And then come up to standing. Pause, close your eyes, soften your gaze. Notice where you're centered now. How does it feel? Where do you feel stable? So if a strong wind, an emotion, a thought starts gnawing at you, how can you find stability? First in your body, then in your breath, then in your heart, then in your mind. That's what you want to know. So you can always come back to that. No matter what the outer circumstances throw at you or give you during the day, you have a way of coming back to yourself, finding stability. In the Yoga Sutras, it says, when it talks about asana, in 246, it says, you need stability and ease. The next sutra, 247, says, without much effort. It actually says, the Sanskrit is prayatna shaitilya. It means effort without tension. And in the same sutra, it says, then you can also focus on that space inside of you, that space that is the space of infinite consciousness. So that's within each of us. And when we come back to that space again and again and again, we find our own stability, we find our own truth. And what the next sutra says is that once we found that, once we have stability and ease without much effort and a focus on the infinite, then we're not affected by the negativity of the pull of opposites. Oh, we're good, we're bad, we're smart, we're not so smart, we're right, we're wrong. All those pulls of opposites, we're not affected by the negativity of those. And I think that's what's really important. So now, spread your feet apart. And it doesn't mean become numb. It means we recognize what's going on, but we always can come back to our stability, to our grace. And that's what we want to remember. About one leg length. Turn your right foot out, your left heel out. We'll move from triangle to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So make sure you have enough room. Breathe into your abdomen, engage your pelvic floor, use your inner thighs. Reach out with the right side of your spine, release the right hand. Pause here, breathe. If you like, you can take up the left arm. It's up to you. Make sure you find stability here. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Find the perfect center that's yours. And then when you're ready, bend your knee, place your hand on the floor. You can use a block or a couch or whatever you've got there, your office desk. Lift the back leg, take your time. Breathe here. Find your center here. When you're ready, bend the supporting leg, bring the back leg down, and come up. Pause here, find center. And then do the other side. So turn your left foot out, your right heel out. Take your hands on your pelvis. Remember to breathe into your abdomen, lift the pelvic floor, and use your inner thighs. Reach out with the left side of your spine. Release the left arm. Again, if you like, you can take the right arm up. As you're ready, bend the left knee, slide forward, take the back leg up. Find center. Your center. Find your stability. Use those inner thighs, both legs. Use the pelvic floor engagement. And breathe into your abdomen. As you're ready, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. As you're ready, bend your supporting leg, take your back leg down, and come up. Find center. Remember that the result of finding stability and center is that you're not being pulled by the pairs of opposites. You're not being affected by their negativity, no matter what that is. You just relax and center. And now we'll challenge that one more way. So this time we're going to do a revolved triangle. So start with your right foot out again. Let's see. Right foot forward, left leg back, turn towards your right. So you're doing a twist. Find the best place for you to do this. So you start with the twist, and then my right foot is forward, so my left leg comes down. My left arm comes down. And I use that. I can use a block. Pause here for a moment, find center. Remember the inner thighs. Remember the pelvic floor. Breathe into the abdomen, even though it's a little bit more difficult. And then take your left hand forward, slide forward, lift the back leg. Breathe. If you want, you can take the upper arm up. And then when you're ready, bend the supporting leg, release the back leg, and come up. Pause for a moment. Find center and let your spine unwind. Travel with your awareness down your spine as you exhale and up your spine as you inhale. So you're really aware of the spine because that is the seat of the central nervous system. So we want to bring balance here. And then as you're ready, do the other side. So the left leg out, turn towards your left. Breathe here. Be strong through both legs. Use those inner thighs, pelvic floor lifted, breath in the abdomen. When you're ready, reach forward, turning that right side, releasing the right hand. Find balance here. And then when you're ready, just place your hand a little bit forward. And like I said, you can use a block if you like. If that makes it a little bit more doable, use that. Or a chair. And then slide the pelvis forward, lift the back leg. Breathe into the abdomen. Release when you're ready. Even if you're a little bit shaky in this, it's okay. That's the thing. When you're teaching your body, your heart, your mind to find balance, at first it's a little shaky. So now stand comfortably. Let your spine unwind. Find the breath. As you exhale, travel down through your spine. As you inhale, travel up through the spinal area with awareness. So now, go about your day with a little more balance, a little more ease, a little bit more understanding of how we can get back to that when the winds of change are pulling us this way and pulling us that way. How do you reclaim your own center, your own balance? And these are just a few easy ways to teach our body, mind, breath, and heart to come back to center. So we're not a victim of the negativity of being pulled into right, wrong, good, bad, anything like that, any of those polarities. The pairs of opposites is what they're called. in yoga. And to go further into this, there is a course that we give here called Vishoka Meditation. And Sandy and I will be teaching it in November. And Vishoka is really about without sorrow. Shoka is the sorrow or the difficulties. And Vishoka means without. So how do we teach our mind and our heart to live in a place that isn't dwelling in the difficulties of our life, isn't dwelling in the sorrows of our life? How to really find joy, a deep and abiding joy that we can live in and then share with the world. And that doesn't mean we don't get pushed this way and that, we do. How do we find that place again that is Vishoka, that is without sorrow, so that we can live in that aspect and share that with the world, the people we meet, the families that we live with? So thank you for being with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again.